Jennifer Lawrence had some really interesting things to say.
I like her.
Here, let me share this. It's a quick clip, and I think some people are waking up. Some actors are waking up to that. Maybe there's a time to remain silent. Here we go. I'll get the audio up on this.
It's not a bad idea.
What do you mean?
A revolution.
You have been politically outspoken in the past.
Mm-hmm.
In the first Trump administration, you had a lot to say. I'm curious how you feel about talking out now.
I don't really know if I should. I think like the first Trump administration was so wild, and just how can we let this stand? Like I felt like I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. But as we've learned, election after election, celebrities do not make a difference whatsoever on who people vote for.
Wow.
What?
Wow. Add an exclamation point to that. That is crazy to say out loud. She has a bit more to say, and we'll comment on it.
And so then what am I doing? I'm just sharing my opinion on something that's going to just add fuel to a fire that's ripping the country apart. I mean, we are so divided. I think I'm in a complicated recalibration because I'm also an artist, and with this temperature and the way that things can turn out, I don't want to start turning people off to films and to art that could change consciousness or change the world because they don't like my political opinions. I want to protect my craft so that you can still get lost in what
8 years removed.
Rand was
what I'm doing, what I'm showing. And if I can't say something that's going to speak to some kind of peace or lowering the temperature or some sort of solution, I just don't want, I don't want to be a part of the problem. I don't want to make the problem worse.
So there you go. What do you guys?
But is she full of craft?
Yeah, she's very full of craft. This is the opposite of Matthew Lillard saying "fuck ICE." This is like, please still hire me. I won't pull a Rachel Zegler.
Exactly. She wants people to still be able to separate the art from the artist. She doesn't want the muddied waters.
We are so beyond that. We are fucking Louisiana murky mud water right now. People watch a trailer, see Mark Ruffalo, and check out.
Lillard's a hippie.
Listen,
I do respect her for her.
Ill of the first woman action hero. Okay, I will not have it. It will not.
Right.
No, I respect it, man. It's like, look, she's looking out for her bag. Okay. She's
looking out for her. It's so fucking late, Dante. Yeah. This is like when Bill Maher says some shit that we've been saying like 5 years ago. So I'm glad you've decided
late
to have
than never.
Yeah, but people are allowed to change.
I get it.
They're in a bubble though too. Like maybe it has taken her this long to see.
We have to give people a chance to change. Like we have to give them that. Like, I mean, not everybody.
I agree.
You know, dude, I used to be on the left, right? I mean, Chris used to be on the left. It's like people used to be on the left. And
but Dante, is this change? Is this change, or is this her realizing that her words don't have power, and so she might as well stop talking? But if she still had power, she'd still be saying.
Okay, but here's the thing: even though
it might hurt her brand,
even though she has the self-awareness to just to just protect her paycheck.
That's true,
right? At least give her that. I mean, she at least.
I will give her that.
Maybe I should shut up so people will come watch my movies, right? Like I'll just give her that much.
Well, and she was asked. She was asked this question specifically, and that's another thing too. The media wants to stir up, this because that's what gets clicks. That's what stirs up controversy, gets clicks, and that's why the was the one field reporter from Variety. That's all he does is try to stir up to get a headline, to get a click. And so she was asked a very pointed, and I actually think her response was like towards the end there was kind of very thoughtful and she wants if it's sincere, which I don't know, she's an actress. She's paid to do that. But it sounded sincere. I don't know, that she wants to protect, and I admire that part, that if she doesn't want people to not see her movie because of something of an opinion that she holds. And I do feel like that's what actors used to have. They used to have that mystery, and that's why it was so special when they would go on Johnny Carson or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it adds to the star power, and if we find out more about you, I think it only helps to have mystery.
She also
from the
became a
actors.
mom, and can attest personally that as soon as you become a mom, you all of a sudden become way more. I've seen it happen a couple of times. Way more conservative when you are thinking about your child.
Except it will turn out to be trans.
Yeah.
And Dante,
The other
I
thing
would
is that
say, sorry.
I'm sorry, but
And
at
I
the
don't
end
mean
of what she
Vietnamese
said-
trans.
Yeah.
I don't mean that kind of trans.
Kelly
Never.
Marie Tran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing she said was that she didn't want to fan the fire of division, and that she didn't want to say anything that wasn't constructive, that wasn't going to, bring people together or find a solution. Because that's what celebrities seem to be doing now, is just pointing out, yeah, fuck Trump, and all his Nazi minions. The reality is America is divided, but we're two sides that have much more in common than we have apart.
Well, Dante, earlier you were saying you and I were on the left. I feel like my opinions about politics haven't changed all that much. It's the landscape that changed.
Yeah, no,
Right?
it's like Bill
Everything's-
Maher said, man. It's like we
Yeah.
stayed the same. They moved.
Yeah.
Right.
The left
That's exactly
moved.
right.
We stayed exactly the same.
They call you alt-right and Yazis because everyone is to the right of their insane, extreme left policies. Yes.
And I prefer not to say right or far right. I actually prefer to be called not left.
Yeah. Or
yeah.
Or that, right? But here's the
It's-
thing: we'll never hear a guy like Mark Ruffalo say the same thing that Jennifer Lawrence just said, right? Well, we'll never hear that. We'll never hear Robert De Niro say the same thing Jennifer Lawrence just said. So
Well,
at least she has some self-awareness.
Yeah. Well,
it's like
let's-
Keira Knightley. Keira Knightley had that really wonderful retort, and maybe this is the beginning.
Yeah.
Of course, she got in trouble for that.
But she doesn't care.
Right. Nor should she. Yeah, no, the best we can have is like when Mark Ruffalo was on with Rainn Wilson, like Dwight from The Office, his podcast, and Rainn was saying how we need to have empathy and like the whole Charlie Kirk thing. And it is horrible to speak down and say all the things. And Mark was just like, and then went on another podcast and started talking. But yeah, at least some of them have some self-awareness.
And I think a lot of actors probably don't want to talk about this stuff, but they are fielded these questions and they're trying to just navigate it the best they can. Tom Cruise is just didn't want to hear it. They just talk to them about the movie that they're promoting. With Keira Knightley, the same thing. Like, did it have anything to do with the movie that she was promoting? No, it was another project that had nothing to do with the press tour that she was on. And it is just these people that want to quote out in the ministry, out in the media, that just want to quote, that want a controversial headline, and will actively just try to sabotage these actors. They need to start having that savviness. I think Keira Knightley did very well, but others too that have been fielded these questions need to start deftly navigating these questions
you're right.
that you're gonna have to face.
The reporters are nuts, and they're activists, possibly even worse than the actors. I remember the cast from Birds of Prey, the all-female DC movie.
Oh God, yeah.
And true. Listen, honest to God, maybe everyone thought that these were all activist women, but the reporter was who was pushing it, and you could see that they didn't want to answer the question. They were talking about, all female, isn't it great? And you're kicking male butt, and none of the girls wanted to. Women, sorry, wanted to answer the questions. It was, and I saw 2 interviews with the cast from Birds of Prey, and it was all the reporters pushing it. The outlets have got. I did the outlets. That's their political belief system, and they're pushing it on their reporters, and just letting the reporters go along with things, or they need to get the reporters in line. Hollywood needs to get the actors and the media in line. Both.
Well, I miss the days when Sean Penn would like punch reporters. You know, like we need to get back to those days, right?
He was
all
drunk
the acolyte. Is this the gayest show? Like that is all
Yeah,
Mark Malkin, and
perfect
then
example.
the other dude that was super lispy and asked them those.
That's
And then
right.
they played into it. But you just got to do the Tom Cruise. We just want to talk about the movie. We just want to talk about the project.